associated with. Okay, the reticular formation is just kind of, it's not in a particular region. It extends through all of the brain. And it has a motor part and a sensory part. And the main component of it is the sensory, ascending. Okay, and that's what's showing here. So the ascending portion of the reticular formation is called the reticular activating system. Okay, this is breaking apart the sensory part of it. It's the main part of it. Ascending means sensory, and it's called the reticular activating system, or RAS. Okay, so all the sensory is on its way to the thalamus. Okay, and I've listed there the different types of sensory information. Visual and auditory. All sensory about our mental activities. Anything having to do with pain, touch, or pressure. Proprioception. The only difference is there's no olfactory, no smelling. Right, so this is one, and there you can see that it's involved in, so that's a sensory to maintain a state of consciousness. All right, and that means wakefulness. We're fully alert, we're fully aware, we're fully oriented. Okay, so this RAS is responsible for awakening us from sleep, right, which is a temporary state of, disconnecting our consciousness. Okay, and so this whole function of the RAS in waking us up, basically, because there's no sensory input from smell, it's why we need smoke detectors. Because we won't wake up from the smell of it. And it generally doesn't have a sound, right? And our eyes are closed. So we need to have a sound that's linked to the smoke to wake us up if we're sleeping during a fire. Okay, but it's also involved in just our ability to maintain to keep an attention and an alertness. Okay, so again, reticular formation is just the name for both sensory and motor. It extends through the entire brain. The ascending portion of it is called the reticular activating system, and its main function is controlling the state of consciousness. Keeping us alert, aware, oriented, being able to suspend that for sleep, and also being able to wake us up from that suspended state. So this diagram is just showing the whole, the green arrows are meant to, and blue arrows are meant to show the reticular formation, the ascending part, the RAS. All right, so you can see all of it's going up. Here's the descending portion, this one red arrow. All right, so most of it is this RAS. Okay, and just a small portion of it is motor. Most of it is that reticular activating system. And you can go through the numbers, right? So we have sensory tracts coming up that are going to synapse neurons in the brainstem that are part of the reticular activating system. And then they're going to relay that information, so their axons are going to go to the thalamus. Remember, that's the main filter and relay station for sensory. And that's just going to continue to send sensory stimuli to the cerebrum. That's all those green arrows fanning out to keep us alert.